Hey guys, it's Iron Gone, and you're gonna notice something a little different this episode, um, and hopefully not too laggy here, because I'm seeing some weird frame drops. I'm not sure if this supports it as well as I would hope. We are taking a look back through the looking glass to Vanilla WoW. Actually, you can see here is our spirit healer, very visible. A couple other things you may note as I show you around is that we have a Zeppelin tower over here, which is not where it is currently in the game, and nothing's over here. Yes, that is right. We are back in vanilla World of Warcraft. I'm running 3 times faster than normal. Don't really need to explain why, just to show you guys around a little quicker. Thought I'd show off a little bit of the differences in the current game over the past 10 years to what everyone would see when they first came in to World of Warcraft. So here we are in the Valley of Strength. This is old Orgrimmar, and things are a little bit different here. If you haven't played pre-Cataclysm, you all have no idea what's going on here. But we do, in fact, have our Christmas tree. It is Christmas time. Merry Christmas if you're watching. Still the same. If you're playing right now, this has been moved over, but it's pretty much the same. But some big changes here. So we've got our bank right here, where normally like the main, like, I guess Chieftain's Hall is. I'm not even sure what it's called. That's the bank, and it was moved over here. Now we have, this is the leather and steel, in case you need to buy some armor. We've got our inn right here. A little more simple. There's Gammon. He is pretty much a one-shot now. Actually, I have no gear on, so let's see if I can kill him. Apparently not. Holly Preserver. Oh, I didn't even know what this is. Oh, it's just saying greetings. That's creepy. This is all still the same, more or less. Our auction house, looking a little empty with nobody else around. No, they're not goblins. They are in fact orcs. We have this quest I just did on the live servers, where you take the thing over to Thunder Bluff. I'm gonna grab it just for the lols. Alright, then up here we have this is the famous bank roof, where people would typically jump around on their mounts and try not to fly off the edge. Basically, you're waiting for somebody. You're like, I'm on the bank in Orgrimmar. This is the pretty, normal meeting place. We have our tower up here. I remember running up this a million times. It's hard to do fast, but and this is where your Wind Rider was. So this is how you basically flew in and out of Org. This brings back a lot of memories. Then the bridge across. We've got ourselves. We're gonna just take a tour of Orgrimmar. This is the Hall of Legends, and this Doodad Small Fire Pit. Now this is the Horde military ranks. So this is all the ranks you could get in the original PvP. I don't know if this will work. Let's try it. Hopefully it doesn't crash the game. I haven't tried it yet. This is the old Hall of Legends. It was instanced, and you needed to be a certain rank normally to get in here. So there's not as many guys here either. We have our Armor Quartermaster.
Won't be shy.
Selling our stuff. See, it was gold, not honor, to buy this. But you'll notice that it requires a rank. Champion, General, and this should be, I have no idea why that's, oh, no, there we go. Yeah, Champion gear, so.
Bye-bye now.
Mounts, requiring Lieutenant General. I have some of these mounts, but I was not a Lieutenant General on the character I had him on. They took off the requirements after a while. I did have some of this because I was like a first sergeant and stuff like that. So you typically, when you were PvPing, you'd start with this weak stuff. Like level 58 requires senior sergeant, stuff like that. But requires grunt to get the insignias. So you basically just had to do a little bit of PvP, and you could then have your trinket. So things have changed a lot in that aspect, but more than that. Ooh, he's telling me where to go. The Plague Lands. The Horde. Oh, I haven't even seen these quests in forever. So this is where Goblin Town is normally. Instead, it is part of the Troll area. I remember running here several times for the mage trainer.
Relax.
I'm interested in mage training. I don't have any money, so I can't train. My slow fall. It's a shame.
You be careful, man.
Many mage trainers. You can unlearn your talents.
Don't be shy.
And of course, they have quests.
How
Donations. So you could, I think you can still do this, but you can donate cloth of varying types to get reputation up. I've been exalted so long I don't even know. Portal trainer. You still have to do that on your mage, I think, today, but it was more, I don't know, it was more important to visit these trainers back in the day than it ever has been. Sky Fury staves. This back way was not used for a lot, as you could see. They have used it a lot better in post Cataclysm. But you know, I would typically wander around back here while I was waiting for queues or talking to people in Mumble or whatever. Not as many people back here. You can just kind of chill and not worry about it. These guys, I don't even know if they're in the game anymore. Every weekend they would tell you to like queue up. It was like the weekend or whatever. I queued for PvP, and that will never trigger. So this is post Battlegrounds. This isn't vanilla. This is probably the last major. I think this is 1.2, so one of the last major patches before 2.0. But 10 years of WoW, figured I'd show off a little bit. Other things you may note is like on the map, you still see the horribly broken terrain under Orgrimmar. I'm going to be showing some of that off too. I'm actually going to be trying to show off some of the wall walking areas that existed pre-flying and some stuff like that. So this is the back entranceway. This is obviously, you know, nothing really new. I believe it still exists. Great way for Alliance to attack the Horde. Previously was to come through here. And the reason for that is that since we know where the bank is currently, we cannot, or we can't have our Horde leader in the bank, so he is right where I'm going to be showing you on our little tour. And again, sorry for if the frames show a little jittery. I'm not sure why I can record World of Warcraft at max frames currently, but not here. So I don't know. I like the old Orgrimmar personally. New Orgrimmar obviously looks better. I know why they did it. To make it more flying friendly, and they had to fix a lot of old Orgrimmar because it was never meant for flying. But alright, so we're gonna go down there eventually. Imported fruits. A lot of these vendors I don't really have a purpose currently in WoW, but they used to a lot. So I mean, there's pointless guys anywhere, but here we go. So Grommash Hold. I believe currently in WoW, this is just like a little area for like Tauren and stuff to hang out. But yeah, this was a cool. I thought this was way better. Yeah, this guy was he's sitting outside in the current version. I think this is way better than where they put the current stuff. I wish to unlearn my talents. GM mode is on. I don't really understand why he's the one to do that. The Feast of Winter Vale, you say? Alas, in times past, yeah. So, who does he want me to talk to? I'm just curious, because I know that he probably wants me to talk to the old war chief, yeah, Karn Bloodhoof, okay. Anyway. So, let's go say hi to Thrall, shall we? Kor'kron Elites. These guys are bad business back in the day. There's Vol'jin. What do you have to say? Another hero, the fate smile upon us this day, Seshia. Yep. So, these unadorned stakes can have heads put on them. Those are the heads of the raid bosses. Yeah, so he doesn't have much to say, but he's old Thrall. New Thrall looks a lot better, I'm not going to lie. But I don't argue that the models look better in the new World of Warcraft. I just like kind of paying homage to where we've come from. It's been 10 years. Where were we? Where are we now? I'm not saying one or the other is better. Some people have their opinions. So we got the Runeworks. This is for enchanting. Though obviously there's no inscription back then. So, in fact, I don't even believe there's the ledge running along the top. Let's take a quick look around. There's the other entrance to the Cleft of Shadow. Yeah, as you can see, there's no ledge running around up there. We'll go in the Cleft of Shadow in a minute. There's the Alchemy and Potion, still exists today, I believe. The Salvage still exists today. We're going to go to the Valley of Honor. Alright, let's take a quick look. Oh, this looks a little different, wouldn't you say? So, this is where everyone would sit around and fish. In fact, it's the fishing shop, so it was easy to do. Oh, Murloc, guys.
Speak.
I would like to enter the secret code to receive my Murloc pet. I don't believe these guys exist anymore. Murloc, yeah. Murloc pet, Murloc costume, big blizzard bear. So these were the guys that you would talk to get the special some of the special rewards in the game. Bounty hunter. What does he want? He would like. Oh man, I do not remember this either. He would like thorium shells for. Arrows. Correct. Before. I may do a post commentary instead of a during commentary because this sounds very crazy, like me just wandering around mumbling stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. I will offer a trade, an even exchange of thorium shells for my thorium-headed arrows. Deal. Before, hunters used to have to manage their ammo. So, well, anyone had to manage their ammo. If you were a warrior and you wanted to have a gun to pull mobs, you would need to A, train the skill, and B, have ammo. So if you had good ammo and you wanted the other ammo, he would do even trades to make it easier for hunters if they wanted to switch back and forth. Here's Nog's machine shop. I ran back here many a times when I was leveling engineering for like the second time. It's moved now, but you know, just seeing the old places. If you've ever played the game before, you'll kind of have a nostalgia for things. Arms of Legend. This is, I believe, once it loads in, where we train weapons. And you're like, what? Already known. Daggers. Mages could only use daggers at this point. Oh, and staves. You train daggers. Here's how it works. Skills. I have too many skills to figure out. Skills. There we go. So, weapon skills. Everyone knows this if you've played, but you would get weapon skills. You'd have to train them at certain levels. That gave you the ability to use the weapon, and higher weapon skill increases your chances to hit. So as a warrior, it was very important to train your weapons, and that would mean you go, you pay the guy, you get your training done, and then bam, you can use the weapon, and now go out in the field and start hitting a boar for a while, because you have to train that up, or you're not going to be doing as much DPS. Also, we have our armor smithing, our weapon smithing, and such like that. Blacksmiths used to be able to specialize and pick one of several paths to make weapons and armors down. I like the specialization. I'm sad it's gone. If you want to know more about that, just look into it. It's just sad that it's gone. Hall of the Brave. This, I believe, is where the warrior trainers were. Oh, no, this is the... Oh, yes, this is the original PvP areas where you'd come and stand and queue up for stuff. There wasn't a looking for, as you can see, looking for PvP or whatever. You would literally wander into one of these areas. And I actually forgot it was here because I don't normally I'm here, and I'm here for so long that I don't even remember what the outside looks like. But warrior trainer is also in here. I believe this only used to be warrior trainer, and it's gone back to that. Battle of Warsong Gulch. Oh crap, this is weird. I have a GM mode turned on, so I have no idea why there's like a billion quests for me, but you basically go like this. I would like to go to the battleground, join battle, and now you're queued. So, good fun. You do that for arenas and stuff when arenas came out, but currently in this game there's no arenas. Harnesses. These are war harnesses, basically just like leather chest pieces. Again, as you can see, not a ton going on in some of these areas. They're mostly just filler, or if you needed some emergency gear for some reason. A bow merchant. They never really sold anything amazing. Like, you could come here and buy some quivers as you're leveling up and get some arrows. See, look. 1.5 damage per second, 13 damage per second. Getting good arrows was worthwhile, but it cost you a lot. On top of your bow, right? It stacked with your bow damage. But, I mean, once you're max level, a lot of these merchants kind of became redundant. So I do understand why Blizzard decided to kind of consolidate it all. So, alright, so you've seen this area. One other place I'll show you real quick. What I'm going to do this is I'm going to make this episode just touring Orgrimmar, old Orgrimmar, and then I'm going to go to kind of wall walking in old Orgrimmar, and I might not be able to show it off very well. I can get on top though and show you. I'll be doing a couple other key areas as well. So this, for the longest time, had no real purpose, and everyone was always curious about what was going on. Now this ended up being redone and turned into one of the arenas, but for the longest time, everyone was just like, why does this exist? You know, why is there this big arena? Not much we can do in it. We can't get into it. We can walk around it, but nobody's in here. And yeah, it never really got used for whatever original purpose Blizzard intended it for. And I'm going to be honest, I like stuff like this. I will spend all day wandering around looking at stuff that was never fully implemented in the game, wondering why, you know? So there's that. Here's our stable master.
What you looking for?
Here's our mount vendor. I think I need to get myself some money. Wolf swapping. Basically, what would happen is if you...
I do not have enough money.
If you got a mount first, like when it first came out, they were unarmored. The epic ones were unarmored versions. Do they even have an example here? So you see how these ones have like saddles and stuff on them? There was like early versions. So you could turn them in to get the new versions. And if you did that, you were stupid because you could never get the old version back. So if you still have an old version of that mount, then you need to keep that. Although I doubt many people do anymore. Hunter trainers, this was always a weird spot for me. I was like, why do the hunter trainers get this weird raised platform? You know, like, what is it? It's weird. And why are these things on everything? I don't know. Yep, and a little path back here behind the waterfall. It's so adorable. And yeah. That is the Valley of Honor. I'm going to go down to the cleft real quick and then wrap up the video. I'm not sure if I'm leaving this commentary in or if I'm going to do it in post. We'll see what I decide to keep and what I decide to cut. We've got the Major's cloth goods. Oh, maybe I could pick myself up something here. Ooh. Fancy. I don't really have any money, though. I'll have to fix that. Ooh, what's that? Straglash. Rashona Straglash. Oh, a quest.
Greetings.
I forgot they would even do that. They mark a quest on your map when you turn it in. Actually, I don't think they did do that. Maybe it was just the first little bit of it. I know, as you can see, no exclamation marks on the map. That was a big thing they added in Burning Crusade, I want to say. That really changed the way... Yeah, it was Burning Crusade for sure. Really changed the way things worked. So now we've come full circle. We're back here. This is a very famous spot, the reagent shop, because, for example... Let's see here. Infernal Stones, those are used by Warlocks. Demonic Figurines, Warlocks. Arcane Powder. If I wanted to buff my party, it would cost me 10 silver every time. If I wanted to make a portal, 20 silver. Pretty intense. I believe the seeds were used for different ranks of rebirth. So Ironwood at the top. Symbol of Kings. Basically, these are all the reagents you would need to cast your big buffs. So... there were things that kind of stole your money, and I don't know why they took that away, personally. I think they should bring it back. They should have a money sink, and it should cost a lot more now. Today, you should probably be paying like a gold or two per reagent. Because, I mean, if they had more gold, like, sinks in the game, then there would be less economy inflation. Does that make sense? Alright, here we are in the Cleft of Shadow. Pretty cool place. We have got... not a huge change so far, guys. As far as I know, things are very similar. Actually, I'm not even sure. I don't come down here very often. This guy wants to... I need to turn this off. You know what? He just wants to be an awesome dude. So, mushroom shop, which is funny as heck to me. This guy's just like, you want some mushrooms? And then I'm going to quickly run in here. 13 to 20, here's the meeting stone. if you use this, you could look for party members and summon party members. Apparently I'm too high level for it. This is Old Ragefire Chasm, and I'm going to show it off to you real quick because it's part of Orgrimmar, and it has changed quite a bit. For one, there's not very much direction in this old instance. In fact, if anything, it was just like an area where you'd go through and kill it and occasionally get a really retarded piece of loot. So let's run around and try not to jump into the lava. Although I don't think the lava hurts that much. If at all. No, it doesn't seem to hurt. I have GM mode on, so it wouldn't hurt me anyway, but I don't think it does a ton of damage. The layout of the terrain is probably familiar to you guys, but the actual like location of bosses and stuff is really weird. Not much to see here actually, except just lots of these guys for no real reason too. Like you go over here, you climb up here. These guys are still not very different. There's a quest here where you have to like pick up something off this guy. Ogleflint is here. He is technically a boss. I don't think I can kill him with GM mode on. Yep. I'm just gonna show it off. I don't have any gear, so I don't really want to be showing off much that'll get me killed. The lava is death. Normally you would fall in that and just be instantly killed. Mostly this is just an introduction video to, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing for the next couple days. I want to show off different things in WoW that I like. I still haven't hit level 100 in the new version of WoW, but I would like to pay homage to what the game has been for so long. So, got some earth elementals. See, there's weird paths up here with more earth elementals for not really much reason. You can run around up here. And down here where there's more earth elementals. And you're like, why? So I guess it's just an alternate route to bypass some of the trash, but I don't know. This guy, Tangaran the Hungerer, I think they've changed him quite a bit. Then you would go past through here. This is all pretty samey. And here would be your last boss fight, I believe. Maybe they don't even have... Oh yeah, there is. Jaragosh the Invoker. I love that they're all just standing around in a cave with no real goals in life. And then normally we would always jump up here. And up here, which is a shortcut. And I believe there was one last guy up here that most people didn't even know existed. And that would be Basilan. These guys would occasionally drop loot. They wouldn't always drop good stuff. But I mean, that's it. There's no direction. There's no real, like, they're bad guys. Thrall's basically like clear them out. But you don't have job well done. You don't have a good start or end point. It just kind of throws you in this. And they're not hard at all. In fact, a good player could probably two-man this, maybe even solo it if they were taking it slow. 5 members of, if you get 5 guys in here of any composition, you're going to do it. Nobody at that point is that developed, like level 12, that they have any real skills that put them apart, even back then. Today maybe it's a little different, but back then I remember just wandering through in bear form and just punching everything in the face. So, that was a little look at old Ragefire Chasm. And yeah, that's pretty much Orgrimmar. I mean, there's no real upper levels. There's a lot. I actually feel there's a lot more in this, tucked away here and there. Little shops that I never even bother. There's no reason to look around anymore. I just fly over it and go exactly where I want to go. But I will tell you that I have many, many memories of being up here, jumping off this white Wind Rider, and flying to or from it, and then just kind of jumping off. You just kind of wander over here and just kind of do a flying leap and try not to land too far down. But alright guys, I'm going to end it here. I hope you liked this look at the old version of Orgrimmar. I'm going to be doing more of these, so please leave a like, comment, and subscribe below. Tell me what you want to see, if there's anything you've heard of that you want to see, any behind-the-scenes stuff. We will be taking a look at Hyjal, and we will be looking at some of the other cities. We also will be looking at Dancing Troll Village. If you don't know what that is, then stay tuned, because that is coming up soon. And guys, as always, I am Iron Gone. Take care.